Yo, check out that apple blossom sky right there. What an amazing sky here in Central Texas. Just dropped off my daughter for the little walks we do, and in the morning sometimes occasionally I'll have times where we talk and she'll ask about Jesus. She saw this awesome sky this morning, all those clouds, like a true apple blossom sky, in reference to Johnny Appleseed, which I love, the Johnny Appleseed cartoon, the old Disney stuff, before the dark times, before the empire. Anyway, my name's Justin Foy, and every morning I record these walks. I'm crossing this way. Thank you, sir. And she asked about Jesus this morning, and I'm like, about what? Today could be the day, she said. I was like, today could be the day of what? She says, Jesus could come back today, she said. And I go, oh man, that would be so great. Wouldn't that? Because, like, to be with Jesus, to get a brand new body is what I told her. And so here's it's kind of also a tough part here. You can see right there, Toby bit me. And I've mentioned it a few times, but he's such a loving little bear, but he's one of those dogs that can kind of switch a little bit. And I tried to get his harnesses all stuck, tried to reorient it on him, and he bit my hand, and I had to stick him in his bag. And it's just like, man, it's not good. It's not good to be around kids and have a dog so sweet and awesome, but then can have like a moment where they switch. And it's an animal, man. It's just an animal. And so in some ways, they don't even know what's going on. So anyway, I showed her my hand. I was like, dude, when we're in heaven, it's not going to be like, when we go, we'll have a brand new body. It's not going to be subject to like getting bit and bleeding and death and dying and all the stuff that we experience. Getting sick. All of that will be taken away and will be restored. We'll be just like Jesus. We talked about it a little bit. Now, listen, I know everybody on here loves Toby so much because he's so cute and he's great. And he can be. When it's good, he's the greatest little boy ever. It's just those couple of moments, you know? And I'm just like, you gotta say a prayer for me, because, you know, when you're a dad and you have family and you got kids and there's an animal that has possibility of switching. Like, I can't imagine like people who have pit bulls, and those are the worst, because when they switch, they will not stop until they shred something down. Thank God Toby's just a little guy, but he's got some munchers on his teeth and he can do some damage, man. So it's sad. I think a lot of people started watching me do prayer walks just because of Toby. And I love him so much, but we got to figure it out. Now, so my wife said, hey, maybe it's because he's not neutered, you know? And he's like only 3 years old, and it's like coming out now. And maybe that's it. And I was gonna breed him. Maybe, is it too late? Does anybody know? Is it too late to neuter a dog at 3? I mean, you could probably do it any time. But I do want to give him another chance and just talk to a vet and see if getting him neutered is possible. Life is hard, man. There's things you have to go through every day. You got to preach the gospel to yourself every single day. And how exciting was it to just for a moment there talk to my daughter about, yeah, if Jesus came back today, we wouldn't have death anymore. And you know, when it comes down to it, People don't even really ask the question as much anymore. Now it's all about how are we going to survive and make America great again, or make the world better place, peace on earth. Very rarely are we having conversations anymore about God and the problem of evil and C.S. Lewis, radio talks, coffee shops. Doesn't happen. When I was first born again in 1998, or 97 actually, I was 17, and graduated high school, and then, dude, the coffee shops, and this is a good stuff in my book, the Denny's smoking section, the Sherry's smoking section, the IHOP smoking section, you would go there and it'd be full of people riding, talking, drinking coffee all night long, smoking, and it was ripe for preaching and reading the Bible and sharing fellowship. It was amazing. And all of those places are closed, under the health of the people. No one wants to sit. Like, I smoke, man, occasionally, But inside smoking in the restaurant, like, there's no smoking section. If you're smoking in the restaurant, the whole restaurant's smoking. But look at the trade-off. You take that away because it's bad, and then freedom gets taken away, and human-to-human contact, iron sharpening iron, research, studying, talking, discussing, philosophizing, it's all gone. Those forums are gone. I started my master's at Liberty University, and the online, it's like the discussions and the little forums, it's like, dude, it's not school. I mean, we're not associating with one another anymore. So it makes it really hard to grow. We're much easier to just clone and program and just follow the government and everything will be okay. Just, it's really sad. It's become, secretly, right? It's still kind of secretly, even though it's overt on social medias and other places, and now in other countries it's become more overt that you can't say things or pray things or do things. It's becoming every day more and more harder. And even if there was a reprieve with Donald Trump, even if there was, the mass deportation that he's going to do, it's going to set precedent to what the American government and American military can do to its own people or just its land. Should we do it? Yeah, probably. Close the border? Yeah, probably. But I'm just saying, even if there's a reprieve of time to purge, the world is moving in the opposite direction. And fierce control is in the world everywhere. So could there be a reprieve for a little while? Yes, God could do that and allow for revival for one purpose, to come to Jesus. Not to just have more things in life. It can't be about that. At some point, it has to be about the eternal goal. And that's what the rapture and the second coming of Christ is all about, to finish the story. And in the deepest of hearts, to the non-believer, they claim they want that too. They want world peace. They want no more death. They want the problem of evil to be gone as well. Because it's in all of us to no, this isn't right. Something is wrong here. The only answer is the return of Jesus Christ. It's the only answer. Think of the man who walked everywhere, healed everyone, protected all the things that you want for social justice, it was all done in Jesus Christ. And he said, if you see me, you see the Father. So this is our God. And sometimes it's hard for us to understand that when we're fixated on the Old Testament and the Hebrew story, the stories of the children of Abraham and the judgments and King David and like all the way down. It's like we get like, man, this looks like war. Well, what you don't understand is that is the justice you seek. These wars have to deal with the other war that happened in heaven. Yeah, it's a reality. You sense there is evil all around us all the time. It's in our own DNA. It's in animals. It's in all of us. Chaos rules. And the only way for that to be answered is the return of the King to slay the dragon. Thank you. All right. To be so fragile and weak, yes, I need prayers. My family needs prayers. Toby needs prayer. Now add Toby to your list. People who have come alongside me have been sometimes a little roller coastery, and I'm sorry about that. Wish sometimes I could be just the regular guy who's in a studio with a backdrop and he just preaches and says goodbye. Well, that's not me. You've been invited into my world. And I will be a living example of how God, His grace is bigger. Because the rest of it, the church stuff, the studio stuff, it's whitewashed. You don't ever see them talk about their problems and needing prayer. Maybe one or two. But mostly it's like, see, get with Jesus and everything's good. Well, no, that's not the gospel, all right? You're going to get every promise, but there's going to be troubles, little t tribulations, disciplines. You're going to have to experience things and lean on Jesus. You don't become... All your sins are washed away from His perspective. They're as far as the east is from the west, but we're still in the flesh body. It's going to... Sin, rebellion, accidents. Come on. But why would He tell you to put the armor of God on? Because we're still in the middle of a war. And that's why it's not preterism or amillennialism or postmillennialism or some sort of like no rapture or like all this and that. No, dude, there is an order of things. We're still here and it'll be answered. This is the promise. And it's coming. I do believe this fall has the greatest potential for the rapture we've seen since 2017, 7 years ago. So there's been people who bless me now to the GoFundMe page. And I've asked a few people, man, please read my book as a gift back to you. You don't have to. If you just want to give because you are blessed and you feel the Lord, you want to help me out, man, cool. I'll keep doing a video every day. And if it's, some people make a comment and they say, hey, dude, your videos help me every day. Well, man, help me too. This has been how I orient my compass every day. And it's good to take a walk. Otherwise, man, I'd probably be laying on the couch just playing vids. Watching Good Morning Football, dude. Because it's a lot easier to unplug in this world now and then have to deal with it. This is my give back. And if somebody wants to join me, support me and say, yes, Justin, keep going. Dude, it's blessing my family to where I had almost thought, I'm going to be in big trouble financially. It's going to be really hard to keep a family going on one income. It's not possible at this point. So the help has been, it's been the grace of God, mercy. justinfoy.xyz, you get the book for free. And don't buy it from Amazon, but it would be cool if somebody could find it on Amazon and make a review. Maybe we can get this sucker to some publishers, man. pretty awesome. Wow, the sky is beautiful today. It's a good day to get raptured. I'm gonna swing the... Look at that. I mean, it's beautiful. That's a Johnny Appleseed apple blossom sky. Who's that there sleeping in the evening dusk? No, come on, Johnny. That's just your mortal husk. My mortal husk? Oh no, Angel. I've got to stay. There's apples to seed and trees to grow. And now, John, you've done your work. Come on up. I happen to know that in heaven we need some apple trees. There's a lot of work to do. God bless you.